Well, hi! So the boys are all out of the house and I have lye and water cooling in the other room to make soap in a little bit, so I figured it was the perfect time to do a follow-up video on my Chic Sparrow Rustic Tote and show how it packs up. Now, I've been using it for, goodness, think about when I posted the unboxing video and then subtract the time from when I post this one. It's been a few weeks. And I'm still enjoying it. There are things that I love about it compared to the whipping post tote, and there are things that I prefer the whipping post tote, and I'll go all over those in the course of the video. So here's a glimpse inside. As you can see, compared to the whipping post tote, and this is one of the things I don't like quite as much, it is shorter, so my stuff goes more to the top, and it's easier for things to fall out, just because there's not that same cushion of space. So if I had less stuff in here, and anytime I go out without the boys, it's rare, but if I do go out, I can take stuff out and have more room. But for using it as a diaper bag and my bag, it's pretty packed full. So here it is in all its glory. I will, since my husband's not home right now, I can make a little confession. He gave me the whipping post tote for my birthday, and then I got this one on my own. And he hasn't noticed a difference yet. He thinks this is the bag that he got me. So, shh, this is our little secret. But yeah, I'm not sure. This allows me to go back and forth with him a lot better, I think. I just thought that was funny and wanted to share. So let's go ahead and dive right in with what we have. I'm going to start, just like with the whipping post tote, I have things kind of segregated for baby stuff, mommy stuff. So I'm going to start with the baby stuff and just go through what I carry for my 4.5-year-old and my 1.5-year-old. I've got a Jujubee Be Quick in the pink pinwheels pattern. And in here, this is just my diapering quick. If you want more detail, you can look at some of my diaper bag videos. Just a glimpse inside, a couple of Bum Genius 3.0 diapers, a wipes case, a Planet Wise wet bag, and then there is some ointment in there as well. Next on top, this is kind of a crossover between mommy stuff and kid stuff. So this will stay in here usually when I don't have the kids with me. But I've got a spray bottle of vinegar and water and a few drops of thieves that I use to clean off things like changing tables and high chairs and tables when we're eating. Pack of Kleenex, and this is just an Orla Kylie taste that I got at Target. It's a makeup case. I have a phone charger or any sort of micro USB or Apple product charger, Burt's Bees lip balm, some hand sanitizer from Bath & Body Works, and a Thane of Thieves hand sanitizer. I'm not big into the essential oils compared to some of my friends, and I've always been kind of skeptical of the direct sales ones like Young Living, and I've forgotten what the other one is, but I do like Thieves. I've seen some science behind it, and so that's the only Young Living stuff that I have. So that's all that's in this one. Next is another Orla Kylie case, and this is just my toy case. So I've got a cloth busy book, I've got a coloring book, Melissa and Doug Worm, a board book, and I believe that's all that's in, just my toy one. Mostly use it for when we're out at a restaurant if the kids start getting restless, mostly for my 1.5-year-old. Then I have another Orla Kylie case from Target that is my snack pouch. There's not much in it right now. The kids have kind of depleted it, so currently there's just a snack or a squeeze pouch. We don't really use these in general, but sometimes I have them out and about if my 1.5-year-old won't eat whatever we're having. I usually have a couple of granola bars in here and a bib, but my husband has the bib right now since he's got the boys. Then I have my ouch pouch, which has got some Band-Aids, a little thing of Aleve, a Vino Baby sunblock, another Burt's Bees lip balm, and usually I also have my Diva cup in there, but it's not in there at the moment. I'm not an overpacker with some things, so I don't have, a lot of people will bring like baby Tylenol and a thermometer and all that, and if we're going on a day trip, we're going to be several hours away from home, then I might bring some of that, but I use a different bag. But yeah, just for being around town, if there's an emergency, we can just go home. Last thing for the kids, this is just a Pacifier Porter from Petunia Picklebottom. And in it I have EOS lip balm and the coconut milk. I have Ollie clipped together some safety pins, some stamps. I have some wet wipes just from a restaurant, and then I have a flash drive just in case. And the final thing that I have in here for the kids is just a mason jar with raisins in it. You get our raisins from a grain mill that has a lot of bulk foods. So I just stick them in here for convenience. All right, so that is the end of the baby stuff. You can see a little bit better the space now I've gotten that out of the way. So before I do the pockets, I'm going to do the rest of the mommy stuff in here. So I have my Kindle Paperwhite with offers because it was cheaper. So I have that it only comes with me when I'm going out, like for the carpool line or something where I actually have a chance to read. So if I'm going to pick up my son, that always comes in, but usually it stays at home. I have my Chic Sparrow Maverick, narrow size and golden brown. This is now basically my everything planner. So I have my, I've gone over it I've gone over my main planner in a couple other videos, but just briefly, it has my art stuff, it has all of my planning, monthly and weekly, it has my journal, and then it has just a place for notes and doodles and that little stuff. And then I also have my Lamy Safari and charcoal in here, fine nib, and then I have a Target dollar spot pen. So that comes with me everywhere. Anytime I leave the house, it's with me. Otherwise, it's on the desk in the kitchen. Next, I have my wallet. This is the Petunia Pickle Bottom Cake Pocketbook in the Marmalade Fondant print. I love this wallet, and I've always said that I could never use anything other than this wallet because I love it so much. But I recently got a passport-sized floppy dory from Made with Love, or Made with Planner Love on Etsy. She's a Made with Love crafter on Instagram, Trisha Romo. And I am in the process of trying to set that up as a wallet. So we'll see how that goes. I'll do a setup video if I can make it work for me to show how I have it set up. But currently, this is my wallet. And then I have this pen pouch from Sea Pinks on Etsy that I just love. And it carries all of my colored pencils that I use for my time tracking in my Beauty-O bunker that I'll show you in a minute. So this comes with me anytime I leave the house. So the Chic Sparrow, as I did my unboxing video, has a lot more pockets than the Whipping Post Tote does. So I'll start on this side. Has a key fob where I have my keys attached. I love having a key fob. It is a very long key fob, so in some ways it's good because it can dangle on the outside. So when I'm getting the boys out of the car, I can just throw this, I can clip my keys on and have them on the outside so that I can have my hands free and then just click it to lock it. But at the same time, it's so long that it gets lost in the bag, like underneath stuff. So I oftentimes will just stick it in this big pocket here. Anyway, get it out of the way for now. I have the Altoids tin that I keep crayons in case we go to a restaurant that doesn't have crayons, which is for the boys. I have a couple of mints, and I have a coupon for a restaurant. So that's all on the big pocket, and this is, as I think I may have said, the only pocket that the Whipping Post Tote has is a pocket about like this. Hope you can see that. It's a good deep pocket. So on the other side, this is the pocket organization in addition to the key fob that the Whipping Post does not have. So it has a slightly smaller pocket and then a couple of pin loops. So in the pins, I have just a couple of Target Dollar Spot pins right there, and then I have a friction ball pin. It's a 0.5. So I always like to have a friction with me for when planning on the go in case I'm making a more tentative plan. Then I have, this is my, I did a separate setup video for this, but this is my Beauty-O bunker moleskin volant extra small sized. So I have some volants in here, and this is my time tracker. So I have all my notebooks. I did finally fill up the first notebook. I used the LM Hyperdeck stamp, and if you want more detail on it, you can see my setup video for it. So this goes everywhere with me because I'm constantly needing to record my time and what's going on. Then also in here, I have a water brush because I have some watercolor. I don't know if you've seen, anyone watching this has seen the Melissa and Doug watercolor pads, where it's just like little images, but at the top it has a strip of watercolors. And so I've torn some of those off, some of the strips, and stick them into my planner so that I can have watercolors on the go more easily than setting up a separate thing. So this is just a little water brush I just got to use with those. Also in here I have an itty bitty Bic Whiteout Corrector. So just twists like that, just to have with me to correct things for when I didn't use my friction and plans change. And then I have a Staples one-touch adhesive roller. So you do this little thing here and it comes out. So again, just for stuff on the go. That's the only real kind of more crafting stuff that I keep with me when I'm going out. So there we have it. It is a good bag. It's a good size, and again, if I didn't have all the baby stuff, then the fact that it's a little bit shorter would probably be a bonus, because I don't generally like huge bags. I've changed on that some in the past few years. So overall thoughts, now that I've been using it for a while, I only have the Whipping Post Tote to compare it to, so that's what I'm going to be comparing it with. But I've noticed that the Chic Sparrow does mark up easier than the Whipping Post Tote does. Both leathers, you mark them, you can rub them out, but I feel like I'm constantly rubbing things out on the Chic Sparrow, and I just feel, I don't know if it's because the leather is floppier or what, but it feels more delicate. I love that it's so soft, and I love the texture of it, so that's very appealing to me compared to the Whipping Post Tote. But it feels like I can't, with the Whipping Post Tote, I am fine just throwing it around, whatever, I know it's going to be fine. This one I feel like I need to be more careful with. That may just be me, that may not be true at all, but that's just my feeling with it. I haven't been using the Whipping Post Tote since I got this one because I wanted to give it a fair shake. I do love that, at least in the past, you've been able to customize the strap length. Looking on the Chic Sparrow website, it looks like it now may be standard, so I don't know if you can contact Jennifer and see about doing a custom shoulder drop, but that is a big bonus for this bag for me, that I could do a longer shoulder drop from the Whipping Post, so that made it more comfortable for me. Overall, I love this bag. I still love my Whipping Post Tote, and I think I'm going to be going back and forth between them. But yeah, those are my few negatives with it, that it is slightly shorter, and that I just feel like I have to be more careful. I'm sure that it's just as durable, I'm sure that it's fine, but it just does mark up a lot easier. And again, they all rub out, it's all waterproof and everything. It's great quality, but it just feels like it needs more somehow than the Whipping Post Tote. But the custom shoulder drop and the additional organization of the keys, key fob, and this whole pocket system, because I don't even need to bring, other than my colored pencil pouch, I don't need to bring a separate pen pouch anymore when I use this bag, because I can use, have any extra planner supplies, and I have the room for the extra pens right there. So that's nice, one less thing that I have to bring with me in my bag. But there we have it. I hope this was helpful. Sorry for droning on a little bit about it, but it's a great bag, and hopefully they will be back in the shop soon, so you can pick one up if you like it. It is just absolutely beautiful, and I'm definitely glad that I made the investment with it. So thanks for watching as always. Feel free to subscribe, like this video if it was helpful for you, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.